Hi everyone, it's Ellen again. I'm afraid this week you're going to have a 3-video extravaganza because I did the last one. I got so engrossed and I didn't notice, but you couldn't actually see the bottom of the picture. So I'm just doing another bottom of the picture so you can see what I was talking about. I really look forward to the time when we can do this properly, I have to say. Okay, right then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the metallic blue that's on the bridge down here, the same blue that I used for the roofs on the French houses. So I'm going to take this teal blue and I'm going to pop it in along the top of the bridge and along the cross hatches on the bridge, like that. Now, because this blue is so strong, I'm only going to use a little bit and then spread it around. I'm going to put a little bit on the boat up here, a little bit on the bottom of that boat, a little bit on there. Okay, so with my finger, my forefinger, I'm just going to rub that blue in. And because it's not all over, it kind of lends to that idea of highlights and shadows again, like that. I'm going to put a touch of the crimson red onto the first boat. Like this. Again, not much. And these boats, they really are just impressions. There's a small amount of red on this last boat here. And again, I can just blend them in, just touch them in, and it will cover the white bits, any sort of gaps or anything that you want. And that's all I did on the boats. Okay, so looking at the water, which is the most important part, what I've done is I made sure I can see where the sun is, so the reflection is directly underneath the sun. So the first thing I did was I took this purpley blue and I used it as a shadow under the boats. This is the same blue that I put over the houses to make a sort of dusky impression. So I'm just putting some lines of blue underneath the boats like this. I just realised I didn't put as much marker pen in the water, but that doesn't matter. And blend that into here, and then I'm just going to take it down so you can blend it nicely. I'm going to take this metallic blue again, this sort of teal, and I'm going to incorporate it under the bridge. There's a little bit of a reflection of the blue of the bridge, and then I'm going to take this dusky blue and I'm going to add it under the bridge like this. You see, almost making the same cross-hatching marks as before. Now I quite liked the red blending in with the blue. Now this is a crimson red, and like I said, the blue that's purpley like an ultramarine will go towards purple, and then the crimson, which has got blue in it as well, two combined will make a nice purpley stick colour when they're smudged together. Like that. And then again, take my finger and I can just blend those like that. Okay, so now I want to think about the reflections in the water. Oh, I just noticed a couple of light patches which would be shaped. I'm just going to touch them up like that. Okay, so getting my yellows again, I've got my orange, I've got my pale cadmium yellow, and I've got my lemon yellow, and I think this is slightly paler lemon yellow. And I'm going to take my white. So I've got those, line them all up there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the light area directly underneath the sun, and I'm going to put some white in to start with. I know you can't see it, but it will help to blend. It's like putting a pale layer underneath for a darker layer to sit on and then to get blended into. Then I'm going to take the soft pale cadmium yellow, which is like orange, and I'm going to lay it on top of the white. And I'm just putting it in the path of where the reflection will be. I'm being quite loose with it. Now I'm going to take my yellow further across like this. I've got more areas to blend into, like that. And I'm going to blend, and all that white comes to the surface and blends into the yellow like that. Now we want to put a little bit more yellow in, so again I'm going to get my lemon yellow. Just go on the side like this, and then blend the darker yellows together. Now the natural thing to do is to relate what you're doing with the sun in the sky as you are with the water. So I know I haven't drawn my houses in, but in order to keep balance, I'm going to try and keep those colours in the sky as well. So if you imagine the houses are there, really you echo what's going on in the sky as you do with the water. Just to bear that in mind, a little bit of contrast around the sun like that. Okay, so we can't have light areas without dark areas. The dark areas will make the light areas lighter. So I'm going to put some orange in here to make areas darker to contrast with the light areas. Now the water, the reflection on the water will be narrower here, and then it will come outwards, almost like a triangle. So we can create that shape around the paler colours with our darker colours. So again, I'm leaving that pale area clean and I'm making the shape around it like that, and then you can blend in. Like that. And we want this area to join up with this area, so I'm going to take the purpley blue and I'm going to blend it and drag it into the yellow to make it look more natural, like that. Now in our picture, the original picture, we've got quite a yellow sky, so a lot of the water is going to be yellow as well. If there is more blue in the sky, then obviously there'll be more blue in the water, but because it's the majority of it is yellow, we're going to keep the majority of the water yellow in this picture. see, just blend in the different tones in and then smudge it with your finger. It's very simple. And then where you have, you can then put, so this is my lightest area, this is the sun reflecting onto the water. You put hard pressure on the white, the cleanest areas. Then you go back in, adding some definition where the sunlight falls. In the other picture we put a tiny bit of red and the sun like this. Again, it gives you definition, makes it clear, and you can do that. So the blue under the boats is the shadow under the boats, and this is just expanding the red under the sun, and you can just pull them out either side. Like this, and you can just add and add and add until you get the effect that you want in your picture. So put a pale yellow just to soften that red, a little bit on the harsh side if you're not careful, and then you can blend it out, and you can add and add and add as much as you like in order to create your dramatic water. And just blow the dust off and you're done. Okay, I hope you're a bit clear about the water now. Enjoy the project, and I'll speak to you next week. Bye.